What's cooking Sun Valley? Hi friends! Guess what we're making today? It's taco day. These are my favorite things to eat. I could eat tacos every day. I don't know about you guys, but they're fast, they're fresh, they're delicious, and you can eat them for lunch, dinner, snack, whatever you want. But today we have some flour tortillas and some chicken with some salsa verde, which is green salsa in Spanish. Nothing fancy. It just has a lot of flavor, like tomatillos, like onion, like garlic, a little bit of lime. It's not spicy at all, even though you could add some spice if you want to. But today we have salsa verde, chicken, some shredded cheese, some lettuce, and tomatoes. So are you ready to cook with me? Come and let's do this. Here are my ingredients. We have some cherry tomatoes. These we are going to go ahead and slice and use for the top of our taco. We have some salsa verde or green salsa. This salsa is made with cilantro, tomatillos, and other spices. It's not hot or spicy. It's just very flavorful. We also have shredded cheese, and this is a mix of Monterey Jack and asadero cheese, so it's going to be really yummy when it's melted or if you want to eat it cold. We also have 2 tortillas. I have some flour tortillas. You can also use corn tortillas for this recipe. We have 2 of them. And we have our spice mix. This is cumin and oregano together. It's just gonna add some depth and it smells really good. And we have some lettuce. And I gave you guys a little bit of lettuce so that we can go ahead and chop it all and then put it on top of our tacos. And last but not least, we have some chicken breast. Okay, this is in a can. We are going to open the can and drain it. You can also use any leftover chicken that you want, any white meat or dark meat, whatever you want to go ahead and make your taco with. So let's start with the first step. All right, it's time to go ahead and chop our lettuce. As you can see, this is gonna be the topping to our delicious tacos. So I gave you guys a butter knife. This is plenty sharp to go ahead and make all this prepping. So you are going to go ahead and always keep your eyes on the knife and your fingers away from it. And you want to cut little thin ribbons of lettuce, okay? You hear that crunch? Listen. This is so yummy. And I feel like any good taco needs to have a really good combination of textures. What is lettuce like texture-wise? I think it's crunchy, it's crisp, and it's something that is going to be really fresh on top of your taco. So I am going to go all the way down to the very end. The end is a little bit bitter and a little bit hard, but if you want to go ahead, go all the way down to this tiny little knob. So my lettuce is ready. I am going to go ahead and put it in a container. Now, friends, if you have lettuce that's kind of looking a little bit sad, it's not as crispy and fresh, what you can do is you can soak it in cold water with a little bit of vinegar, like a little, half a teaspoon. And you can let it soak there and you will see how it just like livens it up and it gets really crispy and crunchy and ready to use. So my lettuce is ready. Let's go ahead and do that. We have our tomatoes here and we are by the sink. All we need to do is rinse our tomatoes. Run it under cold water. Make sure you go ahead and give them a good wash. Close the water and drain, okay? My tomatoes are now rinsed. Why do we do that? Well, because sometimes our vegetables spend a lot of time in a shelf or in a truck and they can get dust and they can get other things. So we need to always go ahead and rinse our veggies, okay? Let's go ahead and prep this. My tomatoes are rinsed and they are super nice and clean, but they're wet. Let's make sure we dry the tomatoes before we slice them, okay? We need to make sure anytime you wash some veggie or fruit, you need to dry them. Why is this? Sometimes, especially the round ones, can be slippery if they are wet. So we want to avoid for you to get your fingers all cut or something else, and we need to make sure that everything is very nice and dry, okay? So my bowl is dry, my tomatoes are dry. I'm going to set my kitchen towel on the side, and we are going to slice these little cherry tomatoes, okay? So you hold it again. Remember, keeping your eye on the knife and your fingers away from it. And we are going to make little slices of tomato, okay? Because these are very tiny tomatoes, I think we can make maybe like 4 slices from it. You don't want them super big because you always want a little bit of a bite with your taco, a little bite of tomato, I should say, with your taco. So if you make them super big, it's gonna be too much tomato, but you want a good ratio of tomato to chicken, to cheese, to tortilla, okay? And you don't have to use cherry tomatoes. You can use any other sort of tomato that you have at home. You can cut it in squares instead of in little circles. You can chop them. All that you need to do is you need to make sure that you use a knife with a little serrated, which means that it has those little teeth in there, see? Because that's gonna make it cutting it easier. If you have a knife that doesn't have that, sometimes you put a lot of pressure into the tomato and then you squeeze it instead of slicing it. And we don't want squeezed bruised tomatoes. We want happy tomatoes, okay? So this is my last tomato. How are you guys doing? I wonder what else you could use these tomatoes for. What do you guys think? In a sandwich maybe, in a salad, over pasta or rice. That would be great. Okay, friends, here we go. Look at those beautiful slices of red tomatoes. We're going to go ahead and put them in my little prep bowl. And I am done with my veggie prepping. My tomatoes are all sliced. And look at this beautiful lettuce that is all shredded or chopped into small strips, okay? So we are ready. These are toppings for a taco. For this step, you need your canned chicken and you need a can opener. Okay, if you're at home and you need help, please ask for help for using a can opener. And what I am going to do is I am going to go ahead and try and open this can first. Okay, I think it's this way right here. And I am going to go ahead and roll around, make sure all my can is open. Ooh, that's noisy. And as you see, I'm doing this close to the sink because I want to make sure that all of that extra juice gets drained, okay? Drain means that you just want all the dry chicken meat in it. You don't really want any of the juice because we don't want our tacos soggy. So there we go. I left a little bit of the, as you can see, as the lid in there. I'm gonna go ahead and push down and see, all of that liquid has to come out. I am using the lid to push it down. You can also use a strainer or a colander if you want to. Now friends, be always careful because sometimes the rim of the tin or the can be sharp. So we don't want to go ahead and cut our fingers. Ready? Squeeze some more. There we go. Get all the liquid out. And our chicken is going to be ready. We're going to go ahead and open it up and put it inside of a container. You see, all of this is clean. Now what we need to do is we need to rinse this because we're going to recycle this. Okay friends, this is all ready and clean to go into the recycling, and my chicken is ready to go ahead and get seasoned and cooked. We're getting ready to season our chicken. As you can see, this is in a microwave safe bowl. Why? Because we are going to use this bowl once the chicken is all seasoned, heat it up, and that's where we're gonna assemble our tacos, okay? So as you can see, the chicken is in big chunks. Remember, I drained all the liquid from the can. So you will need a spoon to go ahead and start breaking it up, okay? Once more, you don't wanna break it down too much, and I will show you why. Because see, like big chunks are good, okay? because to this chicken, we are going to add our salsa verde. Salsa verde means green salsa. Verde is green in Spanish. So your salsa verde is gonna go into the chicken. And remember, you guys, you pour everything and scrape every last bit of that yummy salsa. Okay? This is delicious salsa. You can just eat it just like that or with chips, okay? And now we are going to add our spice mix. There is some oregano and cumin in there. It's going to just season my chicken a little bit better. We're gonna dump it in there, okay? And now we are ready to go ahead and start mixing the chicken up. This is just to season the chicken so that it gives it more flavor when we're ready to go ahead and eat our delicious taco. And this is why I told you we don't want it to be like super smushed. We want some texture and juice to the chicken. So I think that would be pretty much done. So your chicken has to look like this. It has the salsa, it has the oregano, it has the cumin. It smells so good. And it's ready to go into the microwave so we can go ahead and assemble our tacos. Let's go ahead. Hi friends, we are ready to go ahead and cook our chicken in the microwave. Remember, you need a microwave safe bowl. What does this mean? It means that it has to be a certain kind of plastic or glass that can be okay in the microwave. And we need a kitchen towel. Why do we need this? Because we are frankly going to make a mess if we don't. So remember, every microwave is different. Some are hotter, some are more, I don't know, faster, some are slower. So depending on your microwave, you have to keep an eye on it. And this is why I'm crouching down right by it, because we need to keep our eyes and our smell engaged, okay? Your ears as well. So you have to pay attention to how fast or how hot it gets. So I'm going to put the chicken in. I'm going to open my kitchen towel and use this as a lid, okay? Close it, and let's give it 1 minute, and at the end of 1 minute we'll see if it's like super hot, if it needs more heat, depending on what you guys. Make sure you need a kitchen towel or a pot holder, because I know that bowl is going to be hot. Now if you can listen, okay, it sounds like it's like bubbling a little bit, so it might be an indication that it's going to be hot enough, but we'll see. Ah, it's ready. Let's go ahead and remember, use a kitchen towel or some hot pads. I'm gonna go ahead and make it big. Take the napkin off first. And remember, sometimes steam, the hot thing that comes out of the chicken, is as hot as the bowl. So don't stick your head too close, okay? Here we go. Look at that. Can you see the steam coming out of it? Ooh, that means it's ready. Okay, now it's time to heat up our tortillas, okay? We are going to put, again, a paper towel over them, and these only need maybe like 20 seconds. If you overheat them, you're not gonna be able to touch them. So I am going to do just a little bit, and remember, I will go ahead and get my kitchen towel to make sure I don't burn my hands with the tortillas. Ah, it's ready, kitchen towel in hand. I will go ahead and take my plate out. It feels warm. And bring this to my prepping station. Here we go. We have 2 warm tortillas. What is great is that not only your taco is gonna be nice and hot, but you can bend them better. When you eat cold tortillas, they can break easily, okay? We are going to give it an extra stir to the chicken. And that is like a very generous portion. You might want to like do maybe 2 more tortillas. So you are going to go ahead and assemble some of the chicken in the middle. Got it? Don't overstuff a taco. I feel like that is something that we always want, but if you overstuff it, everything's gonna be pouring out of it, and then you won't be able to enjoy the handheld benefits of a taco. So as you can see, I'm giving them like maybe like 2 spoonfuls each. Got it? Okay. Chicken on the side. Now we are going to do some of our delicious, crunchy lettuce. Ooh, and as you see, I'm putting some like in a line in the middle of the taco so that when we hold it, it stays together. And you will see how beautiful these tomatoes are going to look in them. Ooh, look at that. Gorgeous red color. And now, more in this little taquito. Okay? And the last thing that we need is to sprinkle some cheese. Ooh, look at that beautiful taco. You can do as little or as much cheese as you want. And ta-da! Aren't these beautiful? Super fast, super easy, healthy lunch, snack, or dinner. And now for my favorite part of the class, taste test. Ooh, are you ready? Let's see. Drum roll. It's very good. The crunchy of the lettuce is super fresh. The tomatoes are sweet and juicy. The cheese is savory. And my chicken is just delicious. So while I enjoy this, make sure you enjoy yours at home and make it for somebody that you love, okay? Enjoy.